Her chamber came reserved Penelope, looking for all the world like Artemis or golden Aphrodite. Close to the fire, her women drew her favorite chair, with its whirls of silver and ivory, inlaid rings. The craftsman who made it long ago, Icmalius, added a footrest to the frame itself, mortised into the frame, and over it was draped a heavy fleece.
Here, Penelope took her place, discreet, observant. The women, arms bared, cleared away the tables. The cups from which the ruckus lords had drunk, raking the embers from the braziers onto the ground, they piled them high with seasoned wood, providing light and warmth. And yet again, Melantho lashed out at Odysseus. You pest! Slinking around the house at night, leering up at women. Get out, you tramp! Be grateful for the food you got, or we'll sling a torch at you and rout you out at once.
What's possessed you, woman? Why lay into me such abuse? It's because I'm filthy, because I wear such rags. It's a lot of beggars, homeless drifters, roving round the country, living hand to mouth, but it's fate that drives me on. I too once lived in a lofty house which men admired, rolling in wealth. And crowds of servants I had, lots to all it takes to live the life of ease, I'd often give to a vagabond such as myself. Whoever he was, whatever fate drove him to my door. But Zeus ruined it all! God's will, no doubt, so beware, woman, or one day you may lose it all your glitter that puts your workmates in the shade, or your mistress may fly into a rage and dress you down, or Odysseus may return. There's still hope for that. Or, if he's dead and never to return as you think, there's still hope. It's his son, Telemachus. He's come of age at last. Like father, like son, thanks to the god Apollo. No women's wildness escapes his eye in this house.
So he warned and alert Penelope. Heard him. And wheeled on her maid. And tongue lashed her smartly. Make no mistake, you brazen, shameless child! None of your ugly work escapes me. You will pay for it with your life, you will. How well you heard from my lips that I meant to probe this stranger in our house and ask him about my husband. My heart breaks. Now bring us a chair so he can sit and tell his whole story. And hear me out as well. I'd like to ask him questions. Point by points. Who are you?
My good woman, no man on the face of the earth could find fault with you. Your fame, believe me, has reached the vaulting skies. Fame like a king's who dreads the gods, who upholds justice true, and the kingdom, and governs a kingdom vast, proud, and strong. And the black earth bears wheat and barley. The trees bear down with fruit, and the sheep drop lambs and never fail. The seas teem with fish, and under his sovereign sway, the people flourish.
Where are you from? Your city? Your parents?
But here, now in your house, ask me anything else, but don't, please, search out my home, my land, or you'll fill my heart to overflow. I am a man who's had his fair share of sorrows. It's wrong for me to sit here moaning and groaning, sobbing so. It's wrong, this grieving on and on. One of you, your housemaids, or you yourself, may think it's the wine that's doused my wits or drowned my heart in tears.
No, no. Strange. Whatever fame and feature I had, what praise I'd won, the deathless gods destroyed the day my husband sailed away. Now, my life is torment. The nobles who rule the islands round about, they court me against my will. So, they lay waste to my house. I pay no heed to strangers' suppliants at my door. I yearn for Odysseus. My heart pines away. They rush the marriage on, and I spin out my wiles. A god from the blue it was inspired me first to set up a great loom in our royal halls, and I would weave my web, and my weaving fine spun, and the yarns endless, and I'd lead them on. Young suitors, go slowly now, keen as you are to marry me, and wait until my weaving is done. So I would lead them on. I deceived them blind, seduced them with this scheme. By day I would weave my great web, and by night I would unravel all I'd done. But for all of that, tell me, who are you? Where are you from?
My lady, wife of Laertes' son, Odysseus, will your questions about my family never end? Even so, even though it plunges me into deeper grief than I feel now, I will tell you my story. Still, even as a man who's rode over many ships and cities of men, still my story will tell you all you need to know. Falsehoods all, but he gave all of his falsehoods the ring of truth. As he carried on, her tears flowed and soaked her cheeks. Just as the snow melts down from the high mountain ridges, snow that the west wind piles up there and the warm east wind melts down and fills the banks to overflow, so she dissolved in tears, weeping for her husband Odysseus, sitting there beside her.
Now, stranger, I think I'll test you. Just to see if there in your house, with all his men in arms, you really entertained my husband. So tell me, what sort of clothing he wore? What kind of man was he?
Good woman. How hard it is to speak after so much time. Why, 20 years have passed since he left my shores and put my land behind him. Even so, imagine him as I portray him. King Odysseus.
He is.